my god, chat! What the fuck is up, everybody? Hi, how's it going, guys? What's good? Guys, today we are doing the movement tutorial stream. So for all of you guys who suck at movement, you are where you need to be right now. You are exactly where you need to be. Cheers, chat. Oh, welcome to the channel, chat. My name's Lazer. And let's get into it. Okay, so we're gonna start off nice and simple. I got a couple helpers here to help me with some stuff. So we're gonna start off nice and simple with the first and easiest tech. This is the most useful tech in the game. It's called the slide hop. It's really simple. All you have to do is sprint forward, slide, and then jump, just like that. Super easy, and you see pretty much any Apex player will do this during the game. You'll just, slide around, get a little bit faster because you're sliding, and so on and so forth. So you just like that. Just while you move, exactly just like that. Slide, jump, super easy. All right, back up here. Next tech is the super jump. We're actually gonna start down here. I lied. So this is a zip line tech. Also pretty easy, pretty simple. It takes a little bit of like repetition to get used to, but this one's pretty simple. We're gonna show you guys how to do it on a controller and on keyboard. So I'm controller. All right, I'm keyboard. Titan is controller, and he's gonna help out. So for keyboard, you need to have your scroll down set to jump. So you see how I scroll down and then I jump, right? So pretty simple shit, right? You're gonna go look straight up, press E, and then scroll down immediately. Press E and then scroll down, just like that. It may take you a little bit to get the timing down, but you can literally just do it over and over and over again, and you'll see if you get it right, you should be able to jump up into the second floor, no problem. If you're not doing it right, you're gonna like hit the edge or something. You might do it like this or something, So if you hit it right, you should be able to go all the way up into the second floor, just like that.
It should be nice to mention Ash, Valkyrie, Spare, like all the people with like double jump abilities or like double thing abilities. It's still possible with them. It's just slightly harder. You get less of a time.
This is true. Yeah, those characters are a lot harder to do any of that movement on, but that's besides the point, to be honest.
You can make it a little bit. Can you put a zippo on here just to make it a little?
Yeah. I got you. Just to roof.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like with the thing. With controller, you're literally, there's nothing interesting you have to do, nothing simple. You just click X, or whatever button you have to get on the zip line, and then instantly click jump twice. It's as simple as that.
It's okay, we'll cut out all the mistakes. We'll cut out all the mistakes.
Yeah, cut out all the mistakes. I'm perfect.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave all of this in the video, chat.
Oh no, I'm cooked.
Okay, so once again, same deal. Practicing it like this, you can see when I hit a correct super jump, that's about where I hit versus not hitting one, more like that. So you can use that as a reference point of like super jump and get where you need to be.
I'm on this.
Yeah, exactly.
Subscribe.
That's another thing too. When you super jump and mantle jump, you can also control your direction. So you can see like how I can go over here, or I can go.
That is one thing that's
over here instead.
That's a bit harder on controller though.
Yeah, I tap strafe for it sometimes too. So like that's like you can go and just press into a different direction, or you can do something like this and tap strafe where you just completely go backwards like that, which is just
I'm floating though. That's the bad thing.
Versatile movement,
Is it? Am I able to use normal controls on controller, like X and A?
Yeah.
Yep.
Next up is the tap strafe. Okay, so tap strafe is keyboard only. So if you're on controller, unfortunately this part's not for you. So sorry, but what's it called? So the tap strafe it's a pretty simple tech, but it's also pretty difficult. So you need your scroll down to be jumped, just like for the super jump. You also need your scroll forward to be moved forward, right? So you see how I'm scrolling forward, I move forward a little bit. So that's just this bind, scroll forward next to your W, right? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna sprint forward, slide and jump, just like the slide hop. But when you scroll down to jump, immediately start scrolling forward again, and then you're gonna look whichever direction you want to tap strafe. So for example here, I'm going to tap strafe into the zip line and go down the shaft, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll forward, and I'm going to look to the left, and then I'm going to press A on my keyboard because that's left. So if I were going to the right, I would press D, but I'm going left here, so I'm going to press A. So once again, that's sprint forward, slide, jump, scroll forward, press A.
Subscribe!
Tap strafe. So I'm going to do it again a little bit faster, get it to look a little bit cleaner. So you're going to slide forward just like this, scroll, and then tap strafe. And you see how I keep my momentum, and I actually hit this back wall when I do that. And if you don't do it right, you're gonna get something more like that. So once again, it's more something like this. You kind of hit that wall.
That's the one movement tech I actually.
Honestly.
Yeah, I just did it. That's my first time actually pulling off a tap strafe on keyboard and mouse. Jeez.
Oh fuck yeah, dude, that's fire.
I learned it.
Yeah, guys, there we go. I taught somebody how to do it. That's proof that I know what I'm talking about, alright?
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, now that we have the overlay, you can see what I'm doing, and it's just like this.
Okay.
Next up, we have...
Lazer's brother one day.
Subscribe!
Maybe.
With the B-hop. The B-hop is what's next. Okay, so... Yeah, maybe. Okay, so B-hop is a... Like, it's like a upgrade from the slide hop. So, yeah, you can do it on controller. This is, you just have to hold the crouch. So, same thing on keyboard. So, for this one, instead of using C to crouch, which is like my normal crouch that I use, I have left control to crouch, which is a hold to crouch. So, you see I let go of it, I stand again, right? So, it's going to be run forward, slide using hold to crouch, and then scroll down to jump. And then you can do tap strafe like I just did out of it. It doesn't really matter. So, what I'm going to do is start spam jumping, and then what I do is I go left or right. So instead of just going forward, you can go straight forward like this, just using momentum, but you can't really control where you're going that well, so you just kind of go in whatever direction, right? So what I do is I slide forward, jump, and then you just keep scrolling every time you hit the ground, and then I'm gonna hold whatever direction I want to go. So like here I'm gonna go to the right around the building, so I'm gonna hold D and then keep bouncing with D, right? And see how I can go to the right like that, just like that, and then I can do the same thing going to the left. And you can combine this with tap strafe. So like you see a couple times on these corners, I'll go forward and I'm going to tap strafe here around the corner to get a tighter turn instead of going around in a big wide arc. Subscribe! And yeah, you can do that pretty much infinitely as long as you want to, as long as you don't screw it up. So you can just keep going just like this and keep your momentum. And for going in a straight line, I'll just alternate going left and right. So you can see go a little bit left and then a little bit right. And mostly I'm going in a straight line. I'm keeping that slide momentum going. And as you can see, you can go really far with this, and it's really useful for just kind of unpredictable movement. Change it up a little bit, you can turn around and go different directions, and so on and so forth. And that is how you b-hop. But what's up, Mop?
That's gonna take a little bit to getting used to, because I normally use toggle to crouch.
Yeah,
the unfortunate thing on controller is that you kind of have one or the other. Like, you don't really get to, like, you can't have both, you know? On keyboard, you can just have both, so it's nice. But I think it's worth the swap on controller.
It is worth the swap, but I can say it is possible on toggle on controller. It is possible.
It's possible. It's just way harder. Yeah, I mean, I could do it like
I used to run toggle
on keyboard. Oh, I hate that's so weird, dude.
Yeah, and then
I can do it a little bit, but it's terrible. Yeah, it's so bad. Okay, that is the b-hop. The next tech we have is oh, the mantle jump. Okay. I don't know why I put mantle jump before the wall bounce, but whatever. We'll do it this way, I guess. The next up is mantle jump. This is an upgrade of the super jump. So fundamentally, the mantle jump is just a super jump with extra steps, but it's also more versatile, so that's why it's important. So what you're going to do is the quickest way to learn it, and this is how I learned it, is you're going to go find an edge. This one works perfectly, just like this. So you're going to get in your mantle on this edge. You're going to look straight up, right? And then you're going to hold E. So hold down E. Press W and then press S, right? So I didn't do it right there. So you're gonna hold E, press W and press S, and if you do it right, you should be able to fall down. And then I instantly grab the zip. So subscribe. Reset myself here. So I'm gonna stand here, fall down, and then instantly grab the zip, right? So okay, so yeah, you fall off and then instantly grab the zip and super jump. So I usually use my scroll to move forward. So I'll press E and then what's it called? I'll press E, scroll forward, and then hit S about at the same time, and then just scroll back down after I do that. So I should grab the zip and go straight up in a mantle jump. Now, there is a little bit of nuance to it of just figuring out how you like to do it, and it takes a lot of practice to master. This took me probably about 2 hours of just sitting in the firing range, even to just start hitting it like 50% of the time. And yeah, we'll let Titan take over. Titan, you can mantle jump, right? You want to give us a demonstration on how to do it for roller?
One little takeaway from this is on roller is that you can't exactly do the same thing with the hold. And that's the problem. Like if I go back and hold it's yeah, right? But with my character specifically, Sparrow, you can't exactly do the double jump because you'll jump forward. I have not found a way to be that consistent at it to mantle jump with Sparrow's double jump. On normal, it is possible. Literally the exact same explanation. You're just crossing over to an analog stick. Exact same explanation.
Okay, for sure. So basically, push forward, pull back, X A, right? Or X double tap A, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold E, W, S, jump. Pretty simple stuff. Nice and easy. And once you master that, you can start doing some more experimental things like what I was just talking about. You can do the same thing with super jumps where you do it different directions, you know. You can do a tap strafe out of it if you want to. And yeah, you just practice it, you get super consistent, and you'll be able to do a lot of crazy stuff with it. It comes really useful.
This will take time.
The more you practice it. Yes, this is not like I've spent hours and hours and hours trying to mantle jump, and even so, I'm still not an expert. I'm pretty, like, I'm decent, but I mean, you can see that I miss them sometimes anyways. So okay, next tech, and I know Jay was asking me about this earlier, so hopefully we'll get some good like tutorial shit going on. But this one is the wall bounce. So this is gonna be we're gonna go back to the slide hop again. The slide hop is like literally like the foundation of pretty much all movement in the game. It's super amazing, so make sure you guys master the slide hop. It seems really simple and it seems stupid to include it in the video, but it's just important to explain because of how much other stuff uses it. So subscribe. Anyways, what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of start over here. This is a pretty good wall to practice it on, so I'm just gonna start somewhere over here, and all you're gonna do is you're gonna run up towards it, right, kind of at an angle. You're gonna slide into it, and then you're gonna jump out of that slide, look at the wall, grab the wall, and then jump off. So the way to do that, I'm gonna do it real quick to show you guys. So you slide into it just like that. That's a wall bounce, right? So the way I do that, so I slide, jump, grab the wall, and you see how, if you see on the keyboard overlay, I'm pressing D here when I grab the wall, and I'm kind of looking at a bit of about a 45 degree angle or so, and I grab the wall using D instead of W, right? And if I were going this way, I would be using A, same deal, about a 45 degree angle. You want to look steep enough that you can grab the wall, but far enough away that you can still look away from the wall. So you're gonna run up, do that, grab the wall at whatever angle you want using your directional key, and then scroll to jump as soon as you grab the wall, and then look away, right? So you're gonna walk into it. I guess I told you guys wrong. I'm actually using the reverse key. So when I do it that way, I'm pressing A. When I do it this way, I'm pressing D. So I actually told you guys kind of wrong. But yeah, I totally lied. It's if you're looking, you want to press the directional key away from the wall, I guess. I'm getting way better wall bounces doing it that way. So I don't know what I'm talking about apparently. Anyways, so reiterating that, go up to the wall, press the directional key that you're going away from the wall. So if you're grabbing the right side of the wall, you're gonna press A just like that, right? If you're going to the left side of the wall, you're gonna press D. So then yeah, you just go like that, press the directional key to grab the wall, and then scroll to jump away from it right when you grab it, and then bounce right off, just like that. And it takes a lot of practice to perfect, and you just kind of get like there's nuance to it. You'll kind of figure out like what works for you, like, you know what I mean? Like people, I see different people do it differently, so you kind of walk into the wall at different angles and stuff like this, you know, might be a little different. Now it's important to slide before, because you can see what I just did. So if you don't slide before, what's gonna happen is you're gonna push yourself back down to the ground just like that, right? So it's really important that you slide into the wall, subscribe, so that you jump before it, so you start low and jump high, instead of you don't slide before, you're gonna jump high and then push yourself back down low. So you start low by sliding, right? You slide, jump, and then get a good wall bounce, right? Just like that.
One thing about the wall jump that I noticed, what I found doing it easier is that whenever I hit the wall, I don't put any momentum towards the wall, and it helps me wall jump a lot easier. With no momentum, like I just don't give the wall any, like I go in the direction I want to go, but no momentum towards the wall, because if you try to keep holding momentum towards the wall, you just get stuck. And I feel like when I first went into it, I thought it wouldn't matter like where I was aiming.
I see what you're saying.
Towards the wall still, I can't do a wall jump that well.
Let me reiterate that. All right, we're gonna go over the wall bounce a little bit more. Probably cut this and put it back in the video where the wall bounce is, but just kind of go over the camera stuff. I didn't really explain that very well. So when you do it, you're gonna come into the jump, right, and grab the wall and immediately look away. So like, if you watch me, I'm just doing it full speed, just like this, right? But if you watch, see how I look at the wall just enough to grab it, and then I look away from the wall instantly to wherever I want to go, right? So let's say I want to jump over to the zip line, right? So I'm gonna go like this. We'll look there for just a sec, and then I'm gonna look straight over to the zip line and do my input just like I would, right? Remember, it's opposite input of the wall. So the wall is on my right. I'm gonna use my A input to go to the left, right? So W key up to the wall, instantly switch to A, and then look away from the wall. Scroll as soon as I hear the sound. Like you can hear that sound of like when I grab the wall. You hear that sound. Every time I hear that sound, I'm scrolling down to jump away, right? So I'm gonna slide up to it, look away, hear the sound, scroll, and then there's a wall bounce, right? So the next tech in the list is gonna be the fatigue bounce. So this is I did a couple of these while showing you guys wall bounces. This is similar to the wall bounce. It's a little bit more difficult, but it's also more useful in my opinion. I'm going to show you guys over here just to demonstrate how effective it can be. So instead of sliding before the jump, what we're going to do is we're just going to jump again before the jump, just like this. We're going to start about, I don't know, use this mat. This is a good spot. Stand right here next to this mat. We're in fragment, so you stand right here. Notice when I'm jumping, the first jump is higher, and then every jump after that for a little bit is shorter. So jump, fatigue jump, right? So you're going to use that fatigue jump to start low on the wall. Same concept as with the wall bounce. You want to start low instead of starting high, right? Because if you start high, you end up pushing yourself back down like that, right? So if you start low by fatigue bouncing like this, you can still push yourself high, right? So the result is if I'm fatigue bouncing, I'm going to come up at an angle just like I would with a normal wall bounce. I'm going to jump, grab the wall, fatigue bounce, and then I can get on top of the wall. That was an okay one. If you do it really well, you can actually get over the wall entirely like that and just clear the wall. You're just going to start far enough away so you're going to jump, walk forward, jump again and grab the wall, and then it's just a wall bounce. Just like that.
I realized how hard this was with Sparrow. Holy crap, I keep jumping off the wall with this stupid double jump.
That's real. I thought you were just doing control, to be honest.
No, I literally just kept jumping with this stupid double jump. That was kind of annoying.
Yo, Oxy, thank you for the lurk. Appreciate you, my goat. So yeah, like I said, it's just jump, walk into the wall, jump again, and then wall bounce right off of it. Same idea as the normal wall bounce, which is where you go slide, grab the wall, and then jump off of it. So like I said before, these techs are tricky. They're going to take a long time to learn, and if you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments. Of course, I would be happy to help you. I'm live every day of the week as well, so if you want to come into my stream and say, hey Lazer, your video sucked, so can you teach me how to do movement better? I got you. I can do that. So next up after the fatigue bounce is gonna be the super glide. All right, this is honestly like the hardest tech in the game, in my opinion. Like, and I think most people agree with that. So this is, I would say focus on learning everything before this tech, before you even touch the super glide, because it's AIDS, bro. It's AIDS. I hate it so much. I love it, but I hate it. So this is the last tech that I'm going to teach you guys. There are a few other techs. Oh, actually, I lied. I'm going to do some legend-specific stuff, specifically for Pathfinder. I'm a Pathfinder main, so I'm going to show you guys. A lot of people ask me how I do stuff on Pathfinder specifically, so I'll show you guys some of that. But, subscribe! This is the last general tech I teach, I think, or that I'm going to teach, I think. So, yeah, the way it works is you're going to use a crouch input and a jump input, exactly one frame apart. So you're gonna jump and you're gonna crouch afterwards, right? And it has to be exactly one frame apart. So that's why people talk about, like, sometimes low FPS is good in Apex, is specifically for super glides. Now I take a balanced approach. I play on 165 FPS. I still super glide maybe 70% consistently, maybe 60% or so, and I still get good FPS on the game. So that's just kind of a whatever you prefer, whatever you like to do. But yeah, so the way it works is you have to do that crouch then, or jump then crouch input at a specific point in the mantle. Now, I've seen a lot of different people who have explained different ways to kind of figure out like what part of the mantle you need to do. There's sounds that indicate it and there's visuals that indicate it, but they're all pretty like hard to spot in my opinion. And I think that honestly the easiest way to tell is to just use your mantle boost. So I'm going to turn on the mantle boost again, and you guys can see when I climb, the dot pops up, right? And it tells you, like, you can see when to do it. Let me turn the UI back onto the right thing. So if you go full UI on the mantle boost, right, climb up, and it tells you when to do it, right? So you can use that UI. Oh, I overshot that. Whoops. Isn't it a lot harder to do on roller? I mean, I think most of the techs are a lot harder to do on roller, to be honest. I don't really know how. I don't know how to super glide on roller, so
honestly, I reckon it's easier on roller.
Who would have thought?
I'm running
okay, so
and I
anyways,
can do it somewhat consistently.
Jeez,
but not
that's
very
kind of nuts.
consistently.
So
Subscribe!
you can see that timing of when to press space, right? It's gonna be the same timing as when you want to super glide, right? So you can think, do that climb, press space for the mantle boost, and there you go. So you might ask, why not just use the mantle boost instead of a super glide? You can do that, and there's nothing wrong with that. I know a lot of people who do that, and it works really well for them. The one issue that I have with the mantle boost, I cannot tap strafe out of a mantle boost. So I can do sideways mantle boost like that. So I can go, oh, I did that wrong, whoops. I can go sideways like that, right? But if I'm going head on with a mantle boost, I cannot tap strafe at all. So if I turn the mantle boost back off and I do a super glide, I can tap strafe out of a super glide. That wasn't a very good example of that, but it's okay, Lazer. No one's watching. Shut the fuck up, Jay. That's not very helpful.
But yeah, on controller.
Why can I not super glide, bro?
Both buttons.
There we go. There we go. So there was a super glide tap strafe. You see how I went to the side and then back out of the super glide, and that specific movement right there is exactly why I like to use super glides, because who doesn't love breaking your enemy's opponent, or I can't English. Who doesn't love breaking your enemy's ankles, right? So if you hit a super glide on somebody like this and then tap strafe around them, like let's say there's a dude like on I don't know, on the survey beacon, right next to me. So I'm gonna climb on him. I'm gonna super glide out, and then I'm gonna tap strafe like over here, right? And homie's ankles are gonna be fucking broken. His neck is gonna be fucking broken, right? So you know, if I could just do it right, it would be good. I'm gonna just have to
subscribe,
cut all of this stuff and pretend I didn't fail this many times. Okay, there we go. Just like that. Just like that. So like you saw, I mean, if I, you know, it'd be great if I didn't fall off the building, but super glide over here. So now homie's looking right there at where I climbed, and I'm over here, and let's say I have like an R99. It's just he's dead. GG easy, right? So that is why I like the super glide. All right. So like I said, and clearly as you can see, I have done super glides for a long time. I've been able to do them for a long time, and I'm still not very consistent about them. So don't beat yourself up, guys. Do not, like, seriously, do not beat yourself up. It takes a long time. It takes a lot of practice, and even then, it's still hard. This is seriously such a hard tech to learn. So be patient with yourself. Honestly, like, take your time, practice. It took me a long time. I'm gonna link a tool that really helped me. So there's a website that is called the Super Glide Trainer for Apex. It's specifically designed to teach you how to super glide. I'm gonna link that in the video description, because seriously, dude, it's a game changer. It teaches you the timing, and it helps you figure out the timing of like how to press your space and your crouch at the same time, and then all you have to do is take that and apply it in game with the mantle boost UI, and if you do it right, you should be able to start hitting super glides.
You're just the coolest. You're so consistent.
There we go, just like that. There we go.
subscribe.
I'm used to just take the shit of my friends, dude. Fuck yeah.
Once they had a mantle boost controller, super glides were kind of unnecessary, because like if I can just jump around like that with like a single mantle boost, like I have no need for a super glide anymore, because you can't tap strafe on controller. It's as simple as that.
100%, yeah. So controller players, just use mantle boost, low key.
Plus, you can do the exact same. You can go sideways. Like it's not like you can't do movement. You can still do movement.
Yeah.
With, mantle boost. It's just how you do it.
So speaking of which, regardless of whether or not you're using a super glide or a mantle boost, I'm going to teach you guys how to do it sideways, because that is a super useful thing. So normally when you super glide, I would just be holding W key that whole time, right? So just W key into super glide just like that, right? If I want to do it sideways, I'm going to hold A or D instead. So I'm going to go to the left here, so I'm holding A, right? So instead of holding W key, I'm going to W key up the wall to climb, and then I'm going to press A when I super glide. And you can kind of look to the left as well, just like that. So I hold A and look to the left, and I get a nice super glide right off to the left instead of going forward. Or for super glides, this is not for mantle boost, but for super glides, you can do it kind of a combination of both. And this is what I like to do a lot, where I will super glide forward like this and then tap strafe backwards. So if I'm in, hold W, if I could do it, hold W and then tap strafe out of it just like that. So super glide forward, and then I still end up over here on the left, because as soon as I hit that super glide, as soon as I know I hit it, I'm going to scroll forward and look right to the left, hit my A key just like I would for a normal tap strafe, and keep all of that momentum going off in a different direction. And that's such a free way to break your ankles, or break the ankles of your enemies.
Subscribe. I want you to teach me something, like with a flat, like what Caution does, where he goes down and flies up in the air, how he hits his trick shots like that.
I figured out.
What do you mean?
I think.
You know how Caution places his
You mean like where he does
straight?
like this?
Yeah. How do you do that?
Oh.
It's pretty simple. It's a super jump, and then he'll grab it and drop down, and then super jump again. So you just like grab and press control to slide. So if you're on a zip and you press crouch, you can just drop out of it and do a slide. So you can just...
Oh, I did it.
Just like that, yeah. It's pretty simple, honestly. A lot of the stuff that Caution does is honestly, it's really simple. It's just a matter of hitting your shots while you do it. Another thing that I was going to say, too, for everybody that's trying to learn this stuff, dude, just do it in the game. Like, honestly, man, The best tip that I could give you for learning any movement at all is 100% just do it over and over and over and over again, because what happens is once you internalize how to do it like that and you start doing it instinctually, that is how you're going to incorporate it into your gameplay and into your actual fights. Because if you can't wall bounce just on the fly, just casually like this, you're not going to be able to do it mid-fight. You're going to be panicking, you're not going to be able to do it. You're going to fail and you're probably going to die, right? So do it over and over again hundreds of times when you're not fighting, so that, let's say a dude pushes the zip right here, jumps me, I don't have my gun out. What I'm going to do, I'm going to slide here, I'm going to wall bounce here, pull up my gun while I'm in the air, then I land here next to him, and let's say I have a shotgun or an SMG, fry him, and then I can do something on the movement. Let's say his teammates are coming up, so I'm going to subscribe on the zip line and move around. Again, wall bounce here, super glide back that way, or whatever, you know what I mean? And it's just like, that kind of stuff is like a lot easier to pull out during a fight if you're 100% confident that you can do it, you know what I mean? Thank you so much for watching the video, and of course, if you have any questions or any problems or anything learning this movement, feel free to let me know. Obviously, you can let me know in the comments or join my stream or anything like that. I'd be happy to help you. And yeah, thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys on my next stream. Yay! Also, guys, peep the haircut. Do we fuck with it, chat? Do we fuck with it? I'm actually so excited, dude. I think it turned out great.